So guys, yeah, I got some time to talk about this TRT shit right now. So let's do this. First of all, fucking any fighter that applies for a TRT exemption is fucking retarded because you're automatically putting like the microscope on yourself. You know what I mean? Like you're telling everyone that you're trying to juice, but you want to get away with it. So like it's like if you're a criminal and you're getting away with all your crimes, you've been like a good criminal for like a long time, and then all of a sudden you want to join the Hell's Angels and like, oh yeah, I want to join the Hell's Angels because it's cool, you know. Well, guess what, dickhead? Now you're fucking under the radar. Now you got a federal jacket. Now the feds are always gonna be watching you. So now all the little crimes you used to get away with, you know that you never got caught for, and now you're gonna get caught because now they're looking at you. You know what I mean? So you just put yourself on blast. So any fighter that tries to get a TRT exemption is stupid because now you're telling them you're doing it. You know what I mean? Now like, you know what I mean? You're better off just to shut up about it and just do it the way most fighters do it and most professional athletes do. You know, most all professional athletes. You know, who know? I don't know. There's no way to say how many, but you know, I'm willing to bet 70% of all professional athletes, you know, take steroids or fucking whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? But you know, they don't get caught because it's not hard to pass the test. You know what I mean? So like, you know, by getting the dumb TRT exemption, now you're putting yourself under the microscope. Now they're gonna be watching you close. You know, it's stupid. Anyway, so like, but TRT is a joke anyway because all right, so let's say I'm 32. You know, I'm really too young to get a TRT thing. You know, but because you know if I got my testosterone tested naturally, I would be I'm still in the youthful ranges. You know, so they wouldn't give it to me. But you know, say if I wanted to get a TRT prescription, you know, and I want to make it legit and get a license so I could, you know, use it in UFC or whatever organization. You know, what I would do is I would buy some testosterone on the street and I would inject testosterone for a month or whatever and get my natural levels turned off because when you're taking the testosterone or steroids from an outside source, it turns your balls off. That's why people always say like, oh, if you're on steroids, your balls get small. It's because you take testosterone in your natural production, your body goes, whoa, I got too much testosterone in my body, so it don't need to make no more. So your balls turn off, they shrink up, right? So if you took testosterone for a month or whatever and turned your natural testosterone off, then you made an appointment to go see a hormone replacement therapist, a doctor, for TRT. What you do is you would just, I don't know, you stop. So you say you're on testosterone for a month. You're on for a month, okay? Now you stop taking it for a week. So now after a week, your fake testosterone that you've been injecting is out of your system, and your natural testosterone is still off because it hasn't had enough time to turn back on yet. So at that point, at that end of that week, in your blood, you have zero testosterone. Zero, you know what I mean? So you're like, so maybe you're 22 years old, you're a young guy, you know? So now you go to the doctor, and you're like, oh no doctor, you know, I'm not getting boners, I have low energy, but this, that, blah, 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 blah. And you go, oh, let's do a blood test. They test your blood, all right? Oh, well, I don't know what's wrong with you, you're 22, but you got zero testosterone in your whole body. Well, all right, well, then we got to fix that. So now they're going to give you a prescription for testosterone to bring you to youthful levels. All right, so now you have a legal way to do steroids. You know, that's what these guys are doing. So you know, it's easy to fool a little trick to test. You know, but here's the problem: is this? So all these dickheads are cheating the test. You know, using the technique I just described and getting TRT prescriptions. You know, and they're 22, 25, whatever, they're young, you know, 30 even, and they're too young for testosterone. They shouldn't need it yet. But anyway, so they had this prescription, and they're cheating, you know, and now, like, you know, everyone's been out of shape with TRT. But the problem is some people fucking need TRT. For example, maybe a guy like Randy Couture or an older fighter that's still trying to compete. His natural levels, you know, once you're past 35, 40, your natural levels, they're gonna drop. You know what I mean? So it isn't really like you're abusing steroids. You're just bringing your testosterone levels back to their natural level. You know, so it's like you were 20, your testosterone is here, right? All right. Now you're 40, your testosterone is here. All right. So TRT is supposed to bring from your 40-year-old levels back to your 20-year-old levels, not to mutant levels. You know what I mean? You're not going to be superhero levels. It's back to the normal level. So TRT is good that's used the right way for an older athlete. Or and here's another problem. Here's a problem with someone like probably Vitor Belfort. I don't know his situation. I'm just speculating. You know what I mean? But here's what I think. I'm sure when he was young, he was abusing steroids, right? So he's 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, taking massive amounts of steroids. You know what I mean? And then he took it for too many years. He never let his body uh, turn back on, and now when he's clean, he has no testosterone. His balls refuse to turn back on. So now he's actually really a candidate for testosterone replacement therapy (TRT) because he doesn't make any testosterone. It doesn't matter if he's 25 or 30 or whatever age. If you abuse it when you're young, then when you're older, you are dependent upon TRT. So it's not. So then, for someone like Vitor in that situation where they abused it as a kid, and now they're trying to fight, but they had no testosterone, they need TRT to compete because they have no testosterone in their bodies. So for the guys like that, he needs it, and people want to say, oh, well, that's the price he pays for trying to cheat when he was a kid, blah, blah. Fuck you, whatever the fuck. Everyone when they're kids does mistakes. If maybe someone's a kid, when they're a kid, they're abusing crack cocaine or heroin or methamphetamines or any kind of drug. But then that was when they were a kid and they were stupid, right? They stopped. Now they're freaking goody two shoes. They got a family. They're professional athletes. You know, uh, and now they're doing good, right? Well, yeah. Well, it just so happens the drug they chose to use when they were younger doesn't affect your testosterone production, so they're okay. Like, oh well, you did crack when you were a kid, but now you're clean, so you're okay. Oh okay. Well, when Vitor was a kid, he did testosterone. He didn't do crack. He did testosterone because he wanted to be a better fighter, and he probably had older mentors around him that gave him bad advice. Okay, he abused it. So now he fucking is a good guy. He's all church going. He has a family, whatever. He's a good athlete, whatever, and he's clean. All right. But when he's clean, he can't fight because he has no testosterone in his body. All right. So now he needs TRT. So it's like there's guys that need it. Most people are abusing it. You know what I mean? What's the fucking right thing? What are you gonna do, dude? I don't know. It's a problem in every sport, even baseball. The steroid abuse bullshit. Whatever, man. Fucking, steroids aren't magic. You know what I mean? Most all athletes do it, and they do it because they want to be the best. They want to do the best, and plus everyone else is doing it. So it's like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You can't do shit about it. TRT exemption, and now the UFC in Nevada is not gonna let you do it anymore. Fine. Just don't do it. Don't fucking get a TRT exemption. Just beat the test the way everyone else beats the test. It's a risk. Every sport, they're trying to beat the test, and sometimes they get away with it. Sometimes they get caught. What are you gonna do? So that's TRT in a nutshell. That's all the time that I have for this right now. All right, I'll talk to you guys later.